The Continental, the brand new spin-off series from John Wick. When this was initially announced, I thought to myself, I'm quite keen for this, but what's the story here? What could you possibly do story-wise? Then we learn it's going to be about young Winston. Mel Gibson is cast. And then my interest gets piqued, genuinely. So the first episode has been released, and it was very good. It was very, very, very good. The story centres around Mel Gibson's Cormac and Ben Robson, who plays Frankie, who is essentially it's Winston's brother. Frankie is Winston's brother. And the young Winston, played by Colin Woodell, great. Wow. He nails that performance, that's for sure. Mannerisms, enunciation, everything. Nails it. Colin Woodell's young Winston, yeah. Genuinely, absolutely fantastic. Now, again, I did think to myself, what's going to happen with the action in this? Is it going to be John Wick light? Is it going to be a poor imitation of John Wick? And no, I can truthfully and thankfully say the action was superb. We open with Ben Robson's Frankie essentially trying to steal, he steals from Mel Gibson's Cormac. Cormac is the current owner, manager of the Continental. And he steals the coin press, which is obviously used to mint the gold coins that are in circulation for the high table. Okay, well, there you go. There's our story set. Mel Gibson. Cormac can't find Frankie because he's obviously gone into hiding, and he needs to get Winston to come and find his brother. So there is the story. There lies the beginning of the story. Now, I'm really surprised this has a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb. This is very good. Not worth such a low score, actually. There are subtle nods to the John Wick franchise, some which are obviously not so subtle, and some which are just fun. So young Winston gets kidnapped, brought before Cormac. Find your brother. So obviously he goes in search of his brother. He finds some old contacts. Young Uncle Charlie. So he finds the contacts. Young Uncle Charlie gives him a Mustang. Nice subtle nod to the original John Wick film. It's the exact same model. But I liked that. It's on the nose, but in a fun way. We close the episode, in fact, with a nice subtle nod to John... Well, again, it's not subtle. To John Wick and, of course, Matrix. I need guns. Lots of guns. Cool. Nice. This is a slick, stylish series. The first episode, it's a limited series, isn't it? The first episode was 1 hour 27 minutes. And it was a breeze. The sound design was absolutely fantastic. I listened to it on my surround sound system, and it was great. Great music, great sound design, great sound mixing. Everything worked very, very well. And you know what? We're learning more about the High Table in this. An organisation that's been around before the Roman times, apparently. Wow. Okay. So we are learning more and more about the High Table, which I think is interesting. Now, this was originally released on Peacock, I believe, but obviously Amazon Prime has it somewhere over here, I guess, in the UK. For whatever reason, we don't get Peacock here, so I'm guessing that's why. But this is well worth your time. I don't think it'd be worth buying Peacock for if you don't already have it. But this is well worth your time investing in and watching it. I genuinely do believe that. First episode was directed by Albert Hughes. And, it is very John Wick-esque. There's a lot here to enjoy. Again, I am quite surprised it's got such a low rating. It's slick, it's stylish, it's a lovely expansion to the world. I just think there's a lot here. There's a lot to enjoy. But I am really, really surprised that it's just got such a bad rap thus far. So I cast my my hand outwards and say, have you watched this? What do you think? Let me know down below. I asked this sort of mid-review, I guess. But like I said, this is mid-review, so let's get back to it. As a first episode of a limited series, I'm absolutely game for this. I think they said, if I remember rightly, there was going to be 3 episodes of this. And if they're each an hour and a half, I think to myself, this definitely could have been a movie. If you turn this into a 2.5 hour movie or something like that, that would have been good. Genuinely. And Mel Gibson, this Cormac O'Connor character he's playing, is great. Really, really good. I mean, Mel Gibson's a fantastic actor, but he's very, very good in this, that's for sure. Interestingly, the creators of this, not anyone that was on board for John Wick, but they've managed to nail quite a lot of stuff to get it John Wick-like. And there's even, again, subtle nods to John Wick, because obviously there's lots of, assassins, hitmen, in this series. We've just been introduced to 2, in fact, in this one, the twins. I don't know if we're ever going to see them, further down the line, or if there's any other reference to them somewhere else, but they were good. And there's also an undercurrent of a police story here as well. The police, some of the force knowing what the Continental is and some not. And I think that's going to be quite interesting to watch play out. So I enjoyed this. And the music was great. The acting was great. Young Sharon was great. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick. But the young Sharon is doing a fantastic job as well. That actor was, again, everyone does a bloody good job in this. Very, very, very good job. So, yeah. Lance Reddick is apparently credited in this as well, so I do wonder what happens further down the line. Maybe we will see him for some strange reason somehow, I don't know. But what do you guys think if you've watched it? Let me know down below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you haven't, strong recommendation, go watch it. Again, it's well worth your time. It is it's a good show, and I cannot wait to watch the other one.